and
Can you wait till action?
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
I heard so many actions today that I lost it.
But it should be Pavlovian. Anytime you hear action.
Yeah.
It starts speaking. Okay. All right. And action.
My name is Eileen, and I will be performing the role of Phyllis.
Okay.
My name is Skip Rocks. I'll be performing the role of Mr. Neff. Call me Walter.
Walter.
Right.
Tell me, Walter, on this insurance, how much commission do you make?
20%. Why?
I thought maybe I could throw a little more business your way.
I could sure use it.
I was thinking about my husband. I worry a lot about him. Down in those oil fields, it's very dangerous.
Not for an executive, is it?
He doesn't just sit behind a desk. He's right down there with the drilling crews. It's got me worried sick.
You mean a crown brick might fall on him some rainy night?
Please don't talk like that.
But that's the idea.
The other day, a casing line snapped and caught the foreman. He's in the hospital with a broken back.
Bad.
It's got me jittery just thinking about it. Suppose something like that happened to my husband.
It could.
Don't you think he ought to have accident insurance?
Uh-huh.
What kind of insurance could he have?
Well, he needs to cover the doctors in the hospital, $125 a week, and his rate $50,000 capital sum.
Capital sum? What's that?
If he got killed. I shouldn't have said that.
I suppose you have to think of everything in your business.
Mr. Dietrichson would understand. I think I could sell him some accident insurance. Why not run it by him?
You could try. But it's pretty tough going.
It's pretty tough at first for everyone.
He's got a lot on his mind. He doesn't want to listen to anything except maybe a baseball game on the radio. Sometimes we sit all evening without saying a word to each other.
Sounds pretty dull.
So I just sit and knit.
Is that what you married him for?
Maybe I like the way his thumbs hold up the wool.
And when the thumbs get tired?
I want to ask you something, Mr. Neff. Could I get an accident policy for him without bothering him at all?
How's that again?
That would make it easier for you, too. You wouldn't even have to talk to him. I have a little allowance of my own. I could pay for it, and he didn't know anything about it.
Wait a minute. Why shouldn't he know?
Because I know he doesn't want accident insurance. He's superstitious about it.
A lot of people are. Funny, isn't it?
If there was a way to get it like that, all the worry would be over. You see what I mean, Walter?
Sure, I've got a pretty good eyesight. Let me see. You don't want your husband to know about the accident policy, and you don't want the insurance company to know that he doesn't know about the accident policy. That's the setup, right?
Is there anything wrong with that?
It's lovely. And then some rainy night, a crown block falls on him, and,
What crown block?
well, they don't fall off by themselves. They need to kind of be pushed.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Of course, it doesn't have to be a crown block. It could be run him over in the driveway, falls out of the upstairs window. Anything, as long as it's a morgue job.
Are you crazy?
Not that crazy. Goodbye, Mrs. Dickerson.
What's the matter?
Look, baby, you're not going to get away with it.
Get away with what?
You want to knock him off, don't you?
That's a horrible thing to say.
What do you think I was, anyway? A guy who just comes and talks to a hot dame in her parlor room and says, "Good afternoon, I sell accident insurance on husbands. I've got one that just lies around, nothing to do. So I'll kill him off." And then you just give me a smile and I say, "Let's collect the money." What kind of dope do you think I am?
Cut. Rolling, speed, action.
Sounds pretty dull.
So I just sit and knit.
Is that what you married him for?
Maybe I like the way his thumbs hold up the wall.
Anytime his thumbs get tired.
I wanted to ask you something, Mr. Neff. Could I get an accident policy for him without bothering him at all?
How's that again?
Well, that would make it easier for you, too. You wouldn't even have to talk to him. I have a little allowance, you see, of my own. I could pay for it, and he doesn't need to know anything about it.
Wait a minute. Why shouldn't he know?
Because I know he doesn't want accident insurance. He's superstitious about it.
A lot of people are. Funny, isn't it?
If there was a way to get it like that, all the worry would be over. You see what I mean, Walter?
Sure, I get it. You want an insurance policy where he doesn't know he has it, and the insurance company doesn't know that he doesn't know he has it, and that's the setup, isn't it?
Is there anything wrong with that?
And rolling, speed, action.
My name is Aaron Razor, and I'll be reading for Norman.
I'm Caitlin Crowley, and I will be reading for Mary. Oh, you're very kind.
It's all for you. I'm not hungry. Please, enjoy yourself. You eat like a bird.
You'd know, of course.
Not really. I hear that expression. That one eats like a bird is actually a fallacy. No, a felicity, because birds actually eat a tremendous lot. Oh, well, I don't know anything about birds actually. My hobby is stuffing things. Taxidermy. And I guess I'd just rather stuff the birds, because, well, I hate when creatures are stuffed, like chimps and foxes and all. You know, some people actually stuff their dogs and their cats, but I can't. I think only birds should be stuffed because, because they're more passive in nature for the most part.
It's a strange hobby. Curious, I mean.
Oh, uncommon too.
I imagine so.
It's not as expensive as you'd think. The needles and the sawdust and the thread. The chemicals are really what make up the cost.
A man should have a hobby.
It's more than a hobby. Sometimes a hobby is supposed to pass the time, not fill it.
Is your time so empty?
Oh no. I run the office and tend the cabins and grounds a little bit, and I do the chores Mother asks me to. Well, the ones she thinks I'm capable of doing.
You go out with friends?
Friends? I mean, who needs friends? I mean, a boy's best friend is mother. You've never had an empty moment in your life, have you?
Only my share.
Where are you going? Oh, I don't mean to pry.
I'm looking for a private island.
What are you running away from?
Why do you ask that?
No, people never run away from anything, actually. The rain didn't last long at all. You know what I think? I think we're all in our own private traps, just clamped in them, and none of us can ever climb out of them. We scratch and claw, but only at the air, and only at each other, and for all that, we don't budge an inch.
Sometimes we deliberately step into those traps.
I mean, I was born in mine. I don't mind it, though.
You should mind it.
Oh, well, I do, but I say don't.
If anyone ever spoke to me the way I heard, the way she spoke to you, I don't think I could ever laugh again.
Oh, actually, sometimes when she talks to me that way, all I want to do is just curse her out or something, or, at least defy her. But I couldn't. I mean, she's ill.
She sounded strong.
Well, no. Well, she's ill. She had to raise me all by herself after my dad died, and I was only 5. And it must have been a strain. Well, I mean, she didn't actually have to go out and work. My dad left us a little something, but anyway, a few years ago, my mother met a man, and he convinced her to build this motel. Well, he could convince her of anything. Well, it was just too much when he died too, and the way he died. Oh, it's nothing to talk about while you're eating. Anyways, it was just too much of a loss for my mother, and she had nothing left.
Except you.
My son's a poor substitute for a lover.
I'm gonna cut it there.